Okay, so for this deck, I just tried to bring out Arcanite Magician Assault Mode. Arcanite Magician Assault Mode isn't really that great, but Arcanite Magician is really good, which is kind of weird that his Assault Mode is actually kind of worse than he is. Because with Arcanite Magician, you can remove a spell counter from the field to destroy a card on the field. You can use that effect as many times as you want per turn. It doesn't have to be from himself, but he does get 2 when he's summoned. Assault Mode 1, he can remove 2 spell counters from himself only, I think, right? You can remove 2 spell counters from this card to destroy all cards your opponent controls. So you can only remove spell counters from himself, wipes your opponent's entire board clear. And then his attack goes down to 900, which is kind of lame because he has really low attack, and he's kind of hard to bring out because you have to bring out Arcanite Magician, which isn't really that easy in the first place because you need a spellcaster plus any tuner. It's actually not that bad, but it's kind of hard if you're going for the Assault Mode one. There's a Lightsworn version of this deck that does it, brings them out way easier, but I didn't want to accidentally mill all my Assault Mode activates or my Arcanite Magician, so I went for a safer build. Funny thing, when I was actually looking for builds of this deck that I could like model it after, I just looked at my old video where I built a fast version of Supreme Arcanite Magician. Some of my old videos are pretty good. I'm a consistently good deck builder, if I do say so myself, so I just copied one of my own builds and made this one from like over a year ago. That was pretty nice. I have tons of videos, like I think I'm nearing on 1,000 now, and it's like 500 unique decks that... Okay, enough tooting my own horn. This deck, it pretty much uses the Tricky plus Plague Spider Zombie or the Fabled Cerebral to go into Arcanite Magician, and it goes into him fairly well. You can also use Instant Fusion to go into Magician King, which is also a level 5 spellcaster. And whenever I try to make a deck consistent, see if I can go into the combo a lot, I just press a shuffle button and look at the first 6 cards. And if I can go into my combo within them by doing it like more than 5 times out of 10, then I consider it consistent and I go for deck playing. So I just thought I'd let you guys know in case you're trying to build decks and see if it's consistent or not, and to see how your hands are without having to actually go into plays. So yeah, on to the duel, because I've talked long enough.